Hello, and welcome to another city guide with Traveller's Guide to China. And today we're going to look at the city of Kunming in Yunnan province. Kunming is the capital of Yunnan province in the south of China. Here we can see on the map. It's a city of around 4 million people. The climate is very mild. The city is very high above sea level, so it's cool all the year round. The rainy season is in July and August, and it's known as the City of Eternal Spring. I arrived at the international airport in Kunming. Here we can see the Welcome to Yunnan sign as you arrive. Kunming also has a railway station in the city centre and the new South Railway station for high-speed trains and an underground and bus system. So first thing I got on the underground, this is my ticket, and I was staying at the Ibis Hotel in this very comfortable room. The first place I went to see in Kunming was Dongsi Pagoda, which was close to my hotel. Here we can see the pale coloured tower. The tower sits in the middle of this public square, and close by is the old city wall. You can see part of the city wall is still there, but there's not much of it left now. A prominent feature of Kunming is the Golden Horse Arch. It's in the middle of a busy shopping area and streets, and at night time it looks especially beautiful. But my favourite place to visit in Kunming was Dragon Gate Hill. There's the entrance to Dragon Gate Hill, and you walk up the hill past a few interesting sites and carvings and those stones, and then up this very narrow pathway on the edge of the cliff, almost inside the rock towards the Dragon Gate. There you can see the Dragon Gate on the edge of the cliff. And that's it, the Dragon Gate. Longmen, as it says in traditional Chinese characters. The views from here are just amazing. You can see the whole city out there in front of you, and this panoramic view shows us the view from the mountainside. You can see the lake, which is Dian Chi, and the city in the background. And there is a temple there at the Dragon Gate where people can light incense sticks and make wishes. And here's a view looking through the Dragon Gate towards the lake and the city down below. And one last view of the whole city stretched out in front of you. I decided to walk down the mountain, down the 1,000-step cliff, as it's called, and as you can see, quite steep and a lot of steps through the forest. A very enjoyable downhill walk. I wouldn't really like to go up it. Here we are down at the lake at Dian Chi, and as you can see, you can take a cable car across the lake, but I decided to hire a bicycle instead and cycle past along this little road that goes up between the two parts of the lake and make my way towards the Nationalities village. Now, this is a lovely place in Kunming. It's a village dedicated to the different ethnic minority groups within China that are known as the different nationalities. And in this village, they have buildings and artifacts representative of many of the minority groups that live in China, as well as lakes and bridges that you can walk across and look at. And they do performances as well, like this group who were singing and playing music. Here I met a young man who had 2 myna birds as pets, which he allowed to jump on my shoulder. Lots of different colours and art on display, and activities such as this game where you have to throw a beanbag through the hole in the circle at the end of the pole. And some of the views inside the Nationalities village are breathtaking. Here we can see a replica of the 3 white towers in Dali. And we have replicas of buildings and structures from all over China representing the different nationalities, such as this area, which is representing Tibetan minorities. Some statues of cows there, and some elephants. And some dragon boats in the lake. The time I was there was around Dragon Boat Festival. And here are some multicoloured poles in the lake, which I really like the look of. Next, we're taking a trip to Yunnan University. You can visit the university during the day and walk around and see some of the different buildings. There were lots of school groups visiting the university while I was there. Here's the night market. And at night, Kunming, like many Chinese cities, light up a lot of the buildings in the downtown area. We can see they put Chinese characters on the buildings, or patterns and colours. Here's a floral pattern. And here we can see the lights in the buildings look like cranes flying across the sky. The next day I went to the military academy. Kunming was an important site for military training in the history of China, including in World War II. And you can visit the old military academy, which is now a museum. You can walk around the square with these yellow buildings all around on 4 sides. And inside you can see everything on display, like the old classrooms where the military students used to learn, and some weapons in the museum. And here are some medals. And every day they have a changing of the guard ceremony several times, which you are free to watch. Here we are in Ciu Hu, or Green Lake Park. Another wonderful place to walk around in the afternoon. Here are some lilies which were flowering, some lotus flowers, and some frogs or toads on the lily pads, and this very large shiny green beetle that I saw. In this photo there's a man who's doing a painting of the lake. When I was in the park I enjoyed a local snack called a flowers cake. So the pastry is filled with a fragrant floral filling, kind of tasted like rose, a sort of Turkish delight flavour, and a very crumbly pastry. Delicious. I also went to a teppanyaki restaurant where they cook the food on a hot plate in front of you. And these are some of the dishes I ordered. Some very nice light fried rice. I found a very lovely pizza shop beside the lake one day. And I enjoyed this dessert, which had fruit jelly, custard, peaches and creamy mallow parts, a bit like a chopped up trifle. One day I saw this dog walking around with a couple of wheels holding up his back end. There were some places that I didn't get to see, such as the Waterfall Park and Yuan Tong Temple, and an area known as the Redlands, which I think I saw from the plane as I was leaving, an area of red soil. So that's Kunming, a city of culture where you can learn about various minority groups within China, a city with lots of parks and areas to walk around. So thanks very much for watching this video. Please press the thumbs up if you liked the video, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one. Thanks again, and goodbye.